So if we multiply 2/5 times 7/4, again, perform each multiplication and reduce our answer to lowest terms is the goal. We have a couple of options. Certainly the rule for multiplication allows us to multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, but it turns out to be a little bit more efficient if we reduce the fraction first, reduce by dividing any common factors from the numerators and denominators before we begin. So that 2 and 4 can be reduced to 1 and a 2. So now what we have remaining is 1 times 7, which is 7, and 5 times 2, which is 10. If I did this problem again as 2/5 times 7/4, I could actually multiply 2 times 7 and get 14, and multiply 5 times 4 and get 20. Notice that 14 over 20 would reduce to 7/10. So either method will work. It's just that the first one has some advantages of keeping the values smaller and easier to work with. We'll see a similar idea with this next question. The negative 25, don't forget, is equivalent to negative 25 over 1. In other words, just emphasizing that the negative 25 is in fact in the numerator and not in the denominator. If we look at any common factors that we would have, 60 is divisible by 12 5 times, so the 60 we could divide by 12 and get a 5, and divide that 12 by 12 and get a 1. And then we look at the 25 and 5, and there's another common factor of 5, so that could divide by 5 and get a 1, divide that by 5, get a 5. So this problem cleans up really quickly if we look at dividing away common factors from the numerators and denominators. And negative 5 times 1 is negative 5, and all that's left in our denominator is 1 times 1 times 1. So final answer there is going to be negative 5. If we look at this problem again, negative 25 times 1 over 60 times 12 over 1, we could multiply negative 25 times 1 times 12 and get negative 300, divided by just 60 would be left in the denominator, and negative 300 divided by 60 is negative 5. Again, key idea is to notice that there can be some efficiencies gained by dividing away common factors before you actually multiply. If you just perform the multiplication rules by multiplying the numerators together and multiplying the denominators together, you'll tend to get a little bit larger values, but when you reduce them, they should get to the same place.